It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Play action now, Dalton. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Oh, good move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action. His throw incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
There's Chris Olave. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB and his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran. We're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford finding Jefferson there. 1st down, L.A.
1st down, Los Angeles. Ready.
We're scoreless after 1. With the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Going and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And his throw is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful couple of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting it.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he loses the football a second time. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep now for Landry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back. And fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. For a big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and short now following the fumble. To the air again, Stafford. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Saints. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a safe touchdown. Speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it, took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play. There was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it made a defensive tackle run on the ball, but not in this case.
To try to end the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. First down, Stafford here. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's going to field this at the 4. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 29, Stafford. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Gets around him, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Dalton now to pass. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown!
comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders, it's strongman wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Alonso looked at the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Stafford to Higbee there, Rams first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing again at Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Stafford. Akers, back-to-back catches. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. This is caught by Robinson. Able to slither by. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Ready.
From the red red zone now. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Kamara up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.